Angie.
Patty.
We can see each other this week.
This is weird.
Very weird.
Because normally we don't have the video. We just have the...
we don't have the video.
We just have the dulcet tones.
We don't have the video. I've got a question for you.
Oh, okay, straight in.
Whap. Straight in.
Whap it with me.
How old would I be on the 6th of May?
42.
How long ago does that mean my 40th was, almost?
Well, it'll be 2 years this May.
Yeah. Those cameras that you gave out at my 40th
Bloody hell, you are like a freaking, like, you don't forget shit.
Ange, you...
Right,
I
okay.
can't believe this has been thrown back on me.
Right, I'm going to tell you this, right. I'm telling you now, okay, I have developed those cameras.
Right.
And to be honest, Pat, there's a lot of shit on there.
Oh, well, I'd quite like to see said shit.
Okay, fine.
Because it's from my party.
Well, yeah, see, I was hoping that we'd have more stuff that I could have then kind of...
Right.
I mean, I did frame one of those photos for you.
You did.
But there was a lot of shite on there, TBH. I mean, I'm happy to just, like, give you the photos, or I can pick some out and put them in some frames.
Give me the photos. You pick out the best ones and put it in a frame.
Fine.
Because that was always something you were going to do. And here we are, almost 24 months on, mate.
I was hoping to actually be able to make you a little album. That was my plan. But then when I got the photos developed, I was like, there's actually not a lot here that I can put in an album.
Right.
Because there's a lot of shit in there.
Right.
Which is,
a lot of people's tits and stuff.
A lot of tits.
Yeah.
A lot of... Just a lot of blur, there's a lot of blurry pictures.
A lot of blur.
People are just, and that's the risk you take, Pats, isn't it? With your disposables, which is obviously great at the time, but then you're like, okay, is this actually going to be any good?
Is it going to work? Is it going to be fun? Obviously, it wasn't.
Yeah, I mean, it was fun at the time, but there's not a huge amount of photo evidence of that fun.
Looking back. Okay, well, that's fine. That's absolutely fine.
Okay, glad we've cleared that up.
We've cleared that up.
Yes.
Now, I had a message in from Le Levine. I'm going to start calling her Le Levine.
La Levine.
I love that her surname's actually Levin.
And we just started calling her Levine. Queen Levine.
Le Levine. Okay, so this is off the back of the owl.
Yes, how many owls would you need to see for you to start to think, shit, what's going on?
This is what Laura sent to me.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Right. So I've chatted this through with my boyfriend, and he agrees that 5 is in fact the magic number. Because if you saw 1, you'd be like, oh, look, an owl. If you saw 2, you'd be like, oh, a second owl. That's unusual.
Yeah.
Maybe they know each other.
Yeah.
If you saw 3, you'd think, that's rare. And you'd be straight on WhatsApp to your mates saying, you're not going to believe what's just happened to me. I've seen 3 owls.
Yes.
If you saw 4, then you'd defo start to think that some shady shit was going on.
Yeah, absolutely.
But if you saw 5, then that's it. Yeah. That's the legit sign that nuclear war is about to break. And it's time to build a bunker and rewatch the entire series of Come Dine With Me and wait for all of this to blow over. Do you agree?
Yes. And actually, Queen and I were on the same wavelength there.
Same page. I love the fact that she said you'd see 3, you'd be straight on your group chat. Guys, never guess what I've seen today. I've seen 3 owls. That is true, isn't it?
You would, yeah.
Be straight on that group chat.
Yeah, which is kind of what I was saying. 3 would be weird, but not enough for me to think build a bunker. 5
and watch reruns of Come Dine With Me.
Yes. I mean, I don't know whether I'd pick Come Dine With Me, to be honest. I'm not sure whether that would... I mean, each to their own. I actually don't know what I'd watch.
To their bloody own. I'd watch an owl documentary. That's what I'd watch.
Yeah, but that's not going to last very long, is it? I mean, I reckon...
How do you know?
Well, I mean, I don't think there's that many owl documentaries. And if there are, they're probably not going to be that long. You want something with some longevity in it.
Shawshank Redemption.
No, again, that's only an hour and a half, isn't it?
No, Shawshank Redemption is a long film.
Okay, even if we say 2.5.
Schindler's List.
No, I think you want something like a West Wing that's got like 25 series.
Or more like Sex and the City.
Yes, you know, something
That
where
kind
you've
of
got
vibe.
something where you've got potentially.
Well, listen, there is a lot of episodes of Come Dine With Me.
Yeah, that is true.
There is a lot of those, and they're very easy watching.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
You
it would take
know.
your mind off the owl issue.
It would, because a
wouldn't it?
lot of the people on Come Dine With Me are pricks.
That actually is true, Pats.
I mean,
yeah.
there's a lot of funny bits in it where
Yeah.
you're like, oh, this guy's a bit of a wanker.
Yeah.
And this woman needs to put her tits away.
Yeah.
It's basically my 40th birthday camera rolls.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah. TV4.
Yeah, I mean, we could just say this was an episode of Come Dine With Me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A
With
lot of
lots
wankers
people.
there.
Yeah.
A lot of wankers there. A lot of people with their tits out.
Yes.
Very, very similar vibes.
Yes, very similar vibes. Yes, absolutely, Pats.
For those that don't know, we did a poll last week around who would be the best host. And Ange was clear that she would in fact be the best host. So we took it to a poll. Now, I'm just going to be straight up honest about the pollage. Okay, so I won Patty 67% as the best host, 223 votes. Angie 33%, 100 votes.
Yeah, which as I was saying, Pats,
a landslide.
But upon thinking about the conversation and then the following poll, I think your hosting standards or your hosting criteria, right, is based around buffet and drink selection. Right, you basically reeled off a load of drinks.
Do you want to hear a voice note from... Have you been talking to Mel Wiggins?
I might have done.
Fuck you. Right. Do you want to hear a voice note from Mel Wiggins? One of my best mates, Mel Wiggins, that basically...
Is she basically now kissing your ass after telling me some other stuff?
No, she's your team.
Oh,
She's in your team.
Brilliant.
Basically, what you've just said, you've taken that straight from Mel.
No, I said that to Mel.
No.
Yes.
Right, well, let me play you this voice note.
Okay. Here's what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that you, as a host, you start strong. You start really strong. So, you are all about the drinks. Drinks, as a host, is your niche subject. It's your niche gift. So you start strong, and it's because you're the guzzler. So you start strong. You take care of the drinks. But I feel like after the drinks, the details get lost. Because I cannot count how many times I have come to your house, had all the drinks I've needed, but I've then had to make most of the other meals myself. Okay, this episode was too funny. You guys were delirious and giddy, and it rubbed off on me, and I loved it. So funny. Fupa.
So that is what Mel has to say.
Right. And this, okay, so I think now,
this is a fucking joke.
With people having some insider knowledge, not just
We're not redoing the poll. We don't go back to we don't go back to revote, do we? If the party that we want doesn't win.
No, Pats, I'm not bothered about a revote, right? I'm just wanting to make a bit of a point and a case here because everyone has voted for you based on
livid.
you having a major thing about providing drinks and food.
Livid.
You know, when I listened back to that ep, you basically went, you know, I get Vin Rouge for you, I get Cokes for Ian, I get beers for Joel, I get apple juice. You just basically reel off a drinks order.
I'm livid. I'm absolutely fucking livid. You and Mel need to get in the bin. All the way in the bin.
And the thing is, right, Mel, she has tried both hosts. She's tried you and she's tried me. And the fact that she's also still picking me kind of tells you the whole story here. Right, now I've got a question for you here. This has just come to me, hot off the press, hot off the press, right? Because we were talking about this the other day at our table whilst we were having our tea.
Okay, hit me.
And Nell said to me, well, she said to all of us, but she said, do you have this thing where you have like an inner monologue?
Yes.
Right. Now, I was a bit confused by this because I don't. So is it a voice like you hear in your head, like someone, like your voice talking to yourself, or is it just your thoughts?
I hear my voice talking to myself.
What? I don't have this.
Does Nell have it?
Yeah, everyone else at my table, which is just 3 people, don't have anyone else living with me. Everyone else, so the 3 other people I live with, all have it. I don't.
Yeah, I do.
So, I don't know, give me an example of when you feel like you can hear your own voice.
It's predominantly when I'm working.
Right, so you're working away and what, you think something, but you hear it as if you're talking.
I hear it as if I would think like, oh, I need to check that on that system, so I better open up that email. I think it's on that email. Like if I was actually talking to myself out loud. Yeah.
Right, I don't have this thing, and I think there's maybe something wrong with me.
Well, let's take it to a poll.
Well, that is the thing. Like,
okay, here we go.
Tricky is coming in strong, coming in hot.
While an internal monologue is a common occurrence, not everyone experiences it.
Right.
There's a lot that researchers have yet to uncover about why some people frequently hear an inner voice and what that means. So there you go. There's a lot of research yet to be done about why people have this internal monologue and why some people don't. Because that's why I will talk to myself. So I talk to myself a lot.
I know, but I do talk to myself a lot, but I actually talk it out loud.
That voice that I then speak out loud, I would hear in my head. So if I'm sat working and I start going, oh, I need to open that because that's in there. That's because my thoughts are going along in my head. And sometimes I will say that out loud.
See, this is a whole new world to me because I didn't even know that was a thing. I didn't know that people have this thing where they hear their own voice in their head. I just don't have that. This is something I found, Pats, on our VBP. Okay.
Oh yeah, VBP. VBPs.
Coming
VBPs.
Straight in. Okay. Now I'm intrigued. Again, this is another intriguing thought / inner monologue that I read. Okay, and I'm intrigued to know how you feel or what your thoughts are.
Okay, go.
This year, I'm going to get rid of the foil on top of the butter. I'm not going to loosely fold it back down before putting the lid back on. Just going to rip it off completely. It's a new dawn. It's a new life. Now,
I've never kept that shitty.
Same.
It's a piece of shit. That foil is a piece of shit. It's a piece of shit.
But why does some people keep...
Matthew does.
Would Marty keep the foil?
It pisses me off. Every single time I go into the butter, it's folded back. Fuck off. It's got a lid.
Yes, why?
It's got
the foil.
A lid.
There is no need for the foil once you've removed the lid. The only thing
that you keep a foil on is a cream because it's got the date on it.
Exactly.
That's got a foil lid, and then although the plastic lids aren't a thing anymore, are they? They've got rid of those
environmentals.
Yeah, because of what's her name, Greta. Greta's been big on the cream lids.
Coming in hot.
She is always bringing up the cream lids. Get rid of those plastics. While we're on this, right, Greta, I love you. I think she's sensational.
I don't think you do. I think you're lying.
I don't think we've talked about this before, but I just want to raise paper straws.
I think we have spoken paper straws
because they're a fucking piece of shit, right?
Yeah.
And who is taking a reusable straw?
Who's taking those?
Who is like Five Guys now? You can buy a reusable straw pack.
Yeah. I've never seen anyone using them.
I don't want to be the person at the McDonald's drive-thru that says, I don't need a straw. I've got my metal one. Thanks.
Do you know what? I know someone who got given one for Christmas.
What?
Yeah. Yeah.
Hang on.
A straw.
Alongside other things, or
No, that was it. So it was one of the metal straws that came in a case.
From who?
I don't know. I don't know who. It was someone that I know, but I don't know who they got it from.
I hope it wasn't a significant person in their life.
Well, if it was, then you need to do some significant culling.
Talking about presents, right? I can't believe I've never told you this. My friend Solly, you've met Solly.
I know Solly.
Loved Solly.
Love Solly.
You and Solly are actually really similar. Anyway, Solly is the same age as me. So 10 years ago when she was just turning 30, guess what? I don't know if I've told you this, but guess what her husband got her for her 30th birthday?
Well,
you'll never guess it.
Okay, well, just tell me then.
A pair of bathroom scales.
What?
And some kind of, I think it was Mean Girls 2 on DVD, or like Grease 2. No, it was Grease 2. For her 30th birthday, Michelle got some bathrooms. Now, when she tells this story, she tells it really well, because she said, it was the night before my birthday, and I had to phone Jamie, that's her husband. I had to phone Jamie because I needed him to pick up some bits. And I said, oh, where are you? He said, oh, I'm just in Tesco. She said, oh, great, I need this, this, and this. She said, what were you doing in Tesco? He said, just doing some last minute birthday shopping. And she said, I knew at that point this was going to be a shit show.
I mean, is she still married?
Yeah, she's still.
Right, Solly, you need to deal with that shit. So she's now 12 years on, or 11 years on from that said birthday, and she's still married, and she's still got the scales and whatever else.
Grease 2 on DVD. That's what he got her for her 30th. A pair of bathroom scales.
No.
Talking of scales, I'm really going off, aren't I?
Yeah, I love it.
But I'm being led into. My inner monologue is leading on and leading on and leading on.
This is where I feel, Pats, we are at our juiciest.
So, talking of scales, over the Christmas period, we got my mother-in-law Jill some pajamas, and I said, "Oh, I sized down Jill because they're quite roomy." She came down the next day. She said, "I've tried them on." She said they're a little bit tight under the arm and stuff, but they've got a lot of stretch. They're lovely. They're fine. And she said, when I told Derek they were a little bit tight, his response was, "Well, you could always shift that weight you've been saying you needed to get off." I mean, fuck off, Derek.
I think you'll find, Derek, aka Marcel, you are the excess weight that Gillian is carrying around. Yeah. Take that, Marcel.
That Gillian is carrying.
Yeah? Shall Gillian get rid of you, Marcel? Shall she? Yeah? Because you're a bit of an excess weight. In fact, you're a dead weight. And Gillian needs to get rid.
Oh my God, that is hilarious. Yeah, but he actually said to her, well, you never know, it might prompt you to shift that weight you've been saying you need to lose.
No, right.
Do you know what, Derek?
Yeah.
Marcel.
I'm going to punch Marcel in the face next time I see him. I'm going to say, that's for Gillian.
When Jill told me, I was like shocked. I mean, I did my proper
yeah.
She said, oh, I know. I said, did you tell him to shut the F up?
Yeah, shut the F up.
Because obviously
Marcel.
I had to... I had to censor myself.
You had to sort of filter yourself, yeah.
Shut the F up, Marcel. Shut the F up and all that shit.
Does Gillian not get on board with the fuck?
Well, whenever Matthew swears in front of his parents, he always follows it up with, pardon my language.
Pardon my French. Why do people say that?
Pardon my, excuse my French. Yeah,
French.
Well, Marty will always do a pardon my language if he's round
elders.
He once said to my best friend Michelle, I think the first time that they met, he said, I absolutely hang out the back of soup. And then he went, pardon my language. He was telling her how much he loved soup. And he used the term hang out the back of soup, yeah. I absolutely hang out the back of soup. Pardon my language. That's funny, isn't it? That is some funny shit there.
That is some funny shit from Marty. Yeah.
That is some funny shit, yeah. Yeah.
Well, that is. Have I told you about the little sort of funny story that happened to me over the Christmas?
I don't know because you haven't said it yet.
Okay. Okay. The thing is, you know, I suffer with the memory loss, so I'm like, have I
Memory
said this?
loss.
So let's just try it. We'll see. This is actually pre-Christmas, and you know, you're just getting loads of shit coming through the door from Amazon, and you know, you just get loads of
Yes.
parcels, and quite often, because our Amazon account has got Ian's name on it, you don't know if it's yours or his or someone else's,
Right.
so you kind of have to open it. Anyway,
Yeah.
this parcel arrives.
Yeah.
I had ordered some bits from the Amazon, so
Okay.
I had to check, and Joel and Nels were around at the same time, and they had also ordered shit. So I opened this
Right.
box.
Yeah.
They're there, right?
Yes.
And as I opened it, I thought, oh shit, no, this isn't mine. So I quickly looked and said, no, I don't think I can look in there. And then
like it was a bush tucker trial. Like he was so shit up by no, I can't do it. I'm a celebrity, get me out of it.
I said
oh my god,
this isn't gonna be funny.
I don't reckon it is. I think you're right. I don't think it's gonna be funny now.
I said there's a Hairspray DVD in there.
There's a what? There's a Hairspray DVD, as in the show Hairspray, as in the film, right?
So I said, someone's obviously bought someone the Hairspray DVD.
Hang on. Did you think that was for you?
Yeah,
You thought somebody.
I thought someone's bought me the Hairspray DVD.
What? You thought that somebody in your house,
And I actually
you
thought,
singing away to Good Morning Baltimore.
I don't even know the songs. I've never seen the film in my life. I've seen snippets here and there, but I've never seen the whole thing.
Oh my god, you go full Tracy Turnblad every morning doing your hair.
I don't even know who she is. She's obviously in Hairspray.
She's the lead.
Oh, so but because I was with Joel and Nels, I just thought that one of them has brought me the Hairspray DVD. And then I'm
God,
thinking,
that is hilarious.
why would they have brought me the Hairspray DVD? Anyway, they take the box away and open it further to find actually it was some stuff that I'd ordered, but it just looked like the Hairspray DVD. Anyway.
So it wasn't actually that?
No, it was something. It was no. So then, fast forward to Christmas Day, I'm opening a gift, and what have Joel and Ellen brought me? The Hairspray DVD.
Oh my god! Hang on. After all that, 2 words
Yeah.
that somebody has sent in with dickish behaviour this week.
Yeah.
It just said in the box, and I think this is going to absolutely be right up your strasser to get annoyed about.
Yeah.
Stanley Cups.
Oh, yes. Right. This, I have seen so much shit about these Stanley Cups. In fact, I
knew. As soon as I saw it, I was like, I'm not going to Ange with that pre-prep. I am just going to say it to her in the episode.
Yes.
Yeah.
What is the big deal about
Stanley Cups? Why are they the size of a wheelie bin?
Exactly.
I saw a video that Caroline Hirons put up the other day, which is a girl getting out of a car with a wheelie bin attached to her arm and a straw out the top of it, and it just said Stanley Cups. I mean, those people are dragging them round offices.
Yeah.
I saw one the other day, she had it round her neck.
Yeah. Also, they cost about 50 bloody quid.
Oh my god, they are so expensive. So a Stanley Cup, for those people that don't know, a Stanley Cup is a really massive, I think it's like something like 40 fluid ounces.
I have no idea.
It's just an absolutely huge. insulated cup
Yeah.
that you can put hot drinks in and it will keep it hot, and you can put cold drinks. You know, those sort of cups have been around for a while.
Yeah.
But this specific brand, Stanley,
Yeah.
I mean, it went nuts in the States.
Yeah.
Of course it did, to start off with.
And now it's going nuts here, isn't it?
And now it's going nuts here. And honestly, it's like a wheelie bin. It's so big.
Yeah.
People put them round their neck. People have them. I mean, you can sort of put your arm through it like a handbag.
Yeah. Yeah. And they're like sort of like a massive, the bit of the cup is huge, and it's got
And
like
then
a
it's
little
got a
stubby bit at the bottom.
So the stubby bit is smaller so that it can go in your drinks holder in your
exactly.
car.
Yeah. And then
But
you've got
they're
a straw.
just absolutely humongous.
Yeah. It's gone crazy.
Humongous.
It's gone
It's gone-
absolutely crazy.
And I knew that this would. I mean, that rant at the end of last week's episode, the amount of messages I have had in. I am going to try and clip that up. Well, there won't be any visuals, but because that rant, so many people have messaged to be like, "That's the funniest rant Ange's ever done. It was absolutely hilarious. She sounded like she was on the verge of tears." And I knew Stanley Cups would very much fit.
100%. I just don't get it. It's just a friggin'
No.
cup, and you're paying 50 odd quid for it.
Yeah.
You know, you can go into bloody Starbucks or Costa or any of those places and get an insulated. You can go on bloody Amazon and get an insulated cup with a straw for like 10 quid. Why are we
Which will
dicking
fit in-
around?
Which
with a
will fit
Stanley?
in your bag. Why do you want a cup that is so cumbersome?
Yeah. Also, I think we've all gone a bit far with this carrying cups and bottles and shit. I know, again, it's on environmentals.
Yes,
But-
it's Greta. It's Greta.
You know, like, when was it that I used to go off to school all day without a bottle of water?
And
And
fountains. You'd go to the fountains.
You'd go to the water fountains,
the
yeah.
water fountains. Yeah.
You know, there's no need. And all of a sudden now everyone's got to go somewhere with a bottle or a cup full of water. Or else, you know, you're going to dehydrate or turn into a raisin by the end of the day, Sharon. Where is your
What do you-
water?
What on this vibe, on this same vein, how do you feel about this craze that has been like, I'm a nutritionist and this is what I eat in a day?
Oh, again, pisses me right off.
Yeah.
Right off.
I make an ackee bowl with smoothie and
Well, do you know that you're
oats
supposed to
and-
pronounce that acai boil? Boil.
boil. Acai bowl. Acai bowl.
Acai bowl is how it's like, how you're supposed to say it.
I make some shit in a bowl and I smooth it down, and it's always a purple in colour. It takes up half the bowl, and then I do one line of oats, one line of raisins, and exactly one line of peanuts.
Yes.
And I have to eat it in that order.
In that order, yeah.
I then do some stretching. I then have one square of dark chocolate because, you know, sweet tooth. Okay, fuck off. I eat a family-sized bar of dairy milk because, you know, sweet tooth. Then for my lunch, I spend 4 hours making a spicy tuna bagel because I don't do any other work. So I chop up spring onions. I drain the tuna. I make my own mayonnaise, which is lemon juice, natural yogurt, a little bit of chives. I make all of that. All the while, all those emails I'm getting in, they can just piss off.
Yeah,
I spend
because-
hours creating my lunch.
Yes, exactly. That I am then going to film and record and make sure that you are aware of what I've just eaten.
Yeah, and how good it is for my internal organs. I
Do you know what
then
I'm
have a
getting?
matcha.
Matcha, right? I know we've touched on matcha before, but I've also got really pissed off and irritated by juicing.
Yes.
I've seen some people with these like juicing bottles and going, right, I've had my morning juice, I'm going to have my midday juice, and then I'll have some salad leaves in the evening.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit, Patricia, about you juicing, about what you're eating. I think this whole what I eat in one day, as far as I'm concerned, could go along with you get ready with me's. To me, they are on the same level. I've had enough of it. I don't want to see it. I especially don't want to see it when these people are the same people that just spent a month flaunting around in the Maldives and Dubai, living in hotels that are so freaking expensive with the hashtag grateful. Because, yeah, I'd be grateful for that as well, love. I'd be grateful if I just had a month in the Maldives and Dubai and had, the wonderful time, and I've had lots of juices and I've had lots of matcha and everything's been done for me. I'd be hashtag fucking grateful. But I haven't, Patricia, or whoever else you are. And there is one person in particular, which I won't name.
No, I know who you mean.
You know exactly. I think our listeners will know exactly who I'm talking about here.
Yeah.
Because to be perfectly honest with you, I am at the end of my tether.
You're at your wit's end.
I am at my wit's end.
Do you know what pisses me off though with that whole what I eat in a day? It's like, so they do the acai, whatever they're called, shit bowls. Acai bowls. They do those. They have their matcha in the morning and they have their gut health Simprove. That's a big one, isn't it? I've been doing my gut health Simprove. Fucking hell. And then it's like they show a hand shot of just 3 almonds.
Yes.
And they give a whole rundown as to why 3 almonds exactly is the best thing for you to eat at a certain point of the day. I eat 3 almonds at 10:59 every day. I pop them in my mouth and you really have to let them just dissolve because the natural oils and the fermentation of the almond is really good for my gut health. Do you know what? 3 almonds?
Yeah.
I'm shoveling handfuls of salted peanuts in, pal. I don't care about the fermentation of an almond. I want it to taste good, you prick. And it just gives me
saltiness.
Yes. Yeah. Just, this dinner, guys, of like edamame beans and chili ramen with some flakes of coriander just gives me that inner glow. Inner glow. Oh my God. I just use a highlighter. Eat what you want and get a decent highlighter, guys.
Then you can have the outer glow.
Outer glow, inner glow, everyone glows.
I don't give a shit. Yeah.
So, Ange, I actually think we should challenge ourselves this week. You can take one of the days, I'll take one of the days. Let's do a what we eat in a day.
Oh, yeah, this is great.
Let's do you take one of the days, upload it to the Finding the Funny. It's going to be very easy.
Yeah.
Here I am with my Weetabix with 4 tablespoons of sugar on it.
Yeah. And a completely hardcore caffeinated coffee.
Yes, here we go.
Yeah, first of 5.
Yeah, Simprove can get in the bin.
Yeah.
So we will do this week. Keep an eye out on the Finding the Funny socials because we will task ourselves. We will task ourselves with a what we eat in the day vibe.
This is going to be
we'll
great,
really
guys.
go to town with it. Yeah. We've got some polls to put up. Keep an eye on the Finding the Funny Instagram page. That's probably where you can find most of our content. But you can find Ange and I on Instagram. I'm at Ruth_Corden. She's at Ange Corden.
You can find the podcast on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube. Just search Finding the Funny Podcast.
Or you can send us an email, findingthefunnypodcast@gmail.com. But this has been another great episode, I think. Hopefully there'll be a video going up for you guys to watch.
Yep.
And Ange and I will be back next week helping you to find more of the funny.